But tonight, the strikes do continues at state prisons, all of them except for 6 of them. So what's at stake? Being fired and losing health insurance, for one. We learn more about the status of North Country prisons with 7 News reporter Gage Kilborn.
Strikes at state prisons are entering their 3rd week, even with an agreement put forth by a mediator last Thursday. Now those continuing to strike are set to lose their jobs and health insurance.
We have only at this point terminated a handful, less than 10, corrections officers. These are officers who have been AWOL for 10 days in a row on their work days and then missed that 11th shift.
Prison workers facing that fate have been sent this letter. Seeing the state take this approach frustrates State Senator Mark Walczyk.
It's just going to create more problems. Canceling health insurance for pregnant spouses and for children in New York State that happen to have a corrections officer who just wants a safer work environment isn't the right thing to do.
The state says of the 38 prisons around New York, 32 are still on strike, saying Greenhaven, Fishkill, Shawangunk, Hudson, Taconic, and Sing Sing have stopped striking. That means, to some degree, the state believes COs aren't showing up to work at Cape Vincent, Gouverneur, and Riverview correctional facilities. Assemblyman Scott Gray says he's learned of the 15,000 corrections officers statewide, 7,000 are not showing up.
Certainly, we want to see our prisons remain in our communities, right? Riverview, Gouverneur, Cape Vincent. We want to see those remain in the North Country and they remain open.
The state considers these strikes as illegal, saying it violates the state's Taylor law, which limits a public employee's right to strike, because the state says they are supposed to protect its safety.
When a violation of the Taylor law occurs, the chief legal officer of the state, in this case the Attorney General, can seek contempt for those in violation, which she has done. And we are back in court with the Attorney General today to further that work.
If the remaining striking COs go back to work, the state says it'll implement the consent award reached at mediation last week, which includes temporarily repealing parts of the HALT Act, more pay for some work, and it addresses mandatory overtime. Gage Kilborn, 7 News.
Meanwhile, when visitations return to state prisons, all visitors will now be required to go through body scanners. It was a choice before. State Senator Dan Steck says it is a welcomed first step.